Imagine being 9 years old and leaving everything you know behind. This is the reality for countless young immigrants, and it's the story at the heart of Javier Zamora's powerful memoir.
Javier Zamora was born in 1990 in La Herradura, a coastal town in El Salvador. His early years were shaped by the socio-political aftermath of the Salvadoran Civil War, 1980 to 1992, a brutal conflict heavily influenced by U.S. foreign policy and military aid. This war left deep scars on the nation, with widespread violence, economic instability, and fractured communities. Javier's family was not spared from these realities. His father fled to the United States when Javier was just 1 year old, escaping the political turmoil and seeking a better future. His mother followed in 1995, just before his 5th birthday, leaving young Javier in the care of his grandparents. These early separations profoundly impacted his emotional world, instilling a sense of longing and loss that would later permeate his poetry and prose. In La Herradura, he was raised within a close-knit community, absorbing the cultural traditions and stories of his ancestors. However, the absence of his parents weighed heavily on him, creating an emotional void. His grandparents provided love and stability, but the questions about his parents' whereabouts and the promise of reunion haunted his childhood, setting the stage for the journey that would change his life forever. The harrowing journey north. At the age of 9, Javier embarked on a perilous journey to reunite with his parents in the United States. In 1999, he traveled over 3,000 miles from El Salvador through Guatemala and Mexico, ultimately crossing the Sonoran Desert into the U.S. This journey, initially planned to take 2 weeks, stretched into 9 harrowing weeks filled with danger, fear, and uncertainty. Javier was accompanied by a group of strangers and a hired coyote smuggler, responsible for guiding them through the treacherous terrain. However, their guide abandoned them in Oaxaca, leaving the group to navigate the rest of the journey alone. The young boy faced unimaginable challenges, including treacherous boat rides, perilous desert treks, and constant threats from law enforcement. Despite these dangers, Javier demonstrated remarkable resilience, driven by his dream of reuniting with his parents. Along the way, he encountered moments of unexpected kindness from fellow migrants who became his surrogate family. Their shared experiences of fear, hope, and survival created a bond that helped him endure the grueling journey. These experiences left an indelible mark on him, shaping his identity and influencing his future work as a poet and writer. Resettlement and education in the United States. Upon reaching the United States, Javier Zamora reunited with his parents in California. However, the transition to his new life was fraught with challenges. He faced the complexities of adapting to a new culture, language barriers, and the emotional turmoil of reconciling his memories of El Salvador with his new reality. The absence of legal status added another layer of hardship, impacting his sense of security and belonging. Despite these obstacles, Javier demonstrated exceptional academic aptitude and resilience. He immersed himself in education as a means of empowerment, excelling in his studies while grappling with the emotional scars of his journey. His passion for literature and storytelling became an outlet for processing his experiences. Javier pursued higher education at the University of California, Berkeley, where he earned a Bachelor of Arts degree. During his time at Berkeley, he participated in June Jordan's Poetry for the People program, which emphasized the role of poetry in social change. This experience was transformative, inspiring him to use his voice to advocate for immigrant rights and social justice. He continued his academic journey by obtaining a Master of Fine Arts from New York University, further refining his craft under the mentorship of renowned poets. Literary contributions and themes. Javier Zamora's literary work is deeply rooted in his personal experiences of migration, identity, and displacement. His debut poetry collection, Unaccompanied, published in 2017 by Copper Canyon Press, explores the emotional and psychological impact of his journey as a child migrant. Through powerful imagery and evocative language, he captures the fear, hope, and resilience that defined his odyssey. His poems provide a raw and honest portrayal of the immigrant experience, shedding light on the struggles faced by undocumented individuals. Unaccompanied received widespread acclaim for its emotional depth and narrative complexity, establishing him as a powerful voice in contemporary poetry. In 2022, Zamora released his memoir, Solito, which offers a detailed and intimate account of his 9-week journey from El Salvador to the United States. Narrated from the perspective of his 9-year-old self, the memoir captures the innocence and vulnerability of a child navigating a perilous world. It has been praised for its narrative depth, emotional resonance, and ability to humanize the immigrant experience. Through his work, Zamora invites readers to confront the complexities of identity, belonging, and the lasting impact of displacement, solidifying his place as an influential literary figure. Advocacy and the Undocupoets campaign. Beyond his literary achievements, Javier Zamora is also a dedicated advocate for undocumented writers. In 2015, he co-founded the Undocupoets campaign alongside poets Marcelo Hernandez Castillo and Christopher Soto. This initiative aimed to challenge the exclusionary practices in the literary world, particularly citizenship requirements in major poetry book prizes. The campaign argued that these restrictions unfairly marginalized undocumented or previously undocumented poets, limiting their access to recognition and opportunities. Through persistent advocacy, the Undocupoets successfully pressured several literary organizations to revise their submission guidelines, creating more inclusive spaces for immigrant voices. Their efforts marked a significant shift in the industry, fostering greater diversity and representation in contemporary poetry. Zamora's activism extends beyond the literary world. He is a vocal advocate for immigrant rights, using his platform to raise awareness about the challenges faced by undocumented communities. His advocacy work, combined with his powerful storytelling, has made him a prominent figure in social justice movements. He continues to inspire others by championing the narratives of marginalized individuals and fighting for a more equitable literary landscape. Current endeavors and legacy. Javier Zamora currently resides in Tucson, Arizona, where he remains actively engaged in literary circles and social advocacy. He continues to write, speak, and inspire audiences with his powerful storytelling and unyielding commitment to immigrant rights. His journey from a small coastal town in El Salvador to becoming an acclaimed poet and memoirist in the United States is a testament to his resilience, courage, and determination. Through his work, he has brought visibility to the experiences of undocumented immigrants, humanizing their narratives and challenging stereotypes. His poetry and memoir not only document his personal journey, but also serve as a voice for countless others who share similar experiences of displacement and identity struggles. Javier's legacy extends beyond his literary achievements. He has paved the way for future generations of immigrant writers, advocating for a more inclusive and diverse literary landscape. His story is a powerful reminder of the transformative power of storytelling and the importance of representation. As he continues to share his experiences and amplify marginalized voices, Javier Zamora's impact on literature and social justice will resonate for generations to come. Javier Zamora's work has significantly influenced contemporary literature, particularly in the realms of immigrant narratives and Latinx voices. His literary contributions resonate not only with immigrant communities, but also with readers worldwide who grapple with questions of identity, family, and home. Through his evocative storytelling, Zamora fosters empathy and understanding, encouraging readers to confront their own biases and assumptions about immigration. His work has been included in educational curricula, influencing how migration stories are taught and understood in academic settings. By bridging cultural divides and fostering dialogue, Zamora's narratives inspire greater solidarity and compassion. He has proven that poetry and memoir are powerful tools for advocacy, capable of influencing public perception and policy discussions surrounding immigration. His influence extends beyond literature, impacting social movements and inspiring activism within and outside of the literary community. Continuing advocacy and community engagement. Javier Zamora's commitment to advocacy extends beyond his writing. He remains an active voice in social justice movements, using his platform to amplify the experiences of undocumented immigrants. He regularly speaks at conferences, universities, and public forums, sharing his story to raise awareness about immigration issues. Zamora's activism is rooted in his belief that storytelling can be a powerful catalyst for social change. He continues to collaborate with organizations supporting immigrant rights, leveraging his influence to advocate for policy reforms and greater protections for undocumented communities. As a co-founder of the Undocupoets campaign, he has revolutionized the literary landscape, ensuring that undocumented writers have access to opportunities and recognition. Javier Zamora's legacy is one of resilience, courage, and advocacy. As a poet, memoirist, and activist, he has redefined contemporary literature, challenging traditional narratives and amplifying marginalized voices. His work continues to inspire readers worldwide, fostering empathy and understanding for the immigrant experience. By sharing his story, Zamora has illuminated the human cost of immigration policies and the emotional toll of separation and displacement. His influence extends beyond literature, impacting cultural conversations and social justice movements. He is a beacon of hope for undocumented communities, demonstrating that one's past does not define their future. As he continues to write, speak, and advocate, Zamora aspires to inspire the next generation of immigrant writers. His vision is to create a literary world that celebrates diversity, inclusivity, and authentic storytelling. He remains committed to challenging stereotypes, advocating for immigrant rights, and empowering marginalized voices. Javier Zamora's journey from El Salvador to becoming a celebrated author is a testament to the power of perseverance and storytelling. His legacy will resonate for generations, reminding us of the strength found in vulnerability and the importance of sharing our stories to heal, connect, and transform society.